All right,
Okay,
so what we're going to
as you
do here
talk.
today on the chat or on the Twitch stream, and that'll be available probably on YouTube, is we're going to be going through the Zibo. This is the first time for me in the Zibo, or maybe the second time in the Zibo. We have a very knowledgeable Zibo pilot with us, Max Power Joe is here. He's going to be walking me through it like a flight instructor would. So, Joe, I'm at your mercy.
Well, let's not get carried away about a very competent Zibo pilot, because let's say it's someone that's played with it a couple of times.
Much more competent than I am. All right, so walk me through what we need to do. So we're sitting here, we're cold and dark, we're loaded up in Portugal, because there's a nice little easy circuit that we'll do eventually. But today we're going to first we're going to focus on learning the airplane, learning where all the switches are, kind of learning what they do, going through the checklist.
Brad, just to stop a second. I'm on Twitch and I'm not getting you. It says, M9 Aviation is offline. I don't know. I mean, I'm on Twitch.
I'm watching it.
Second.
It says I'm
here we go. Okay, learning the Zibo. Okay, I'm good.
Cool beans.
Okay, so we're at Porto in Portugal, and we're going to try to simulate a Cat 2 landing. There's Cat 3s, Cat 2. We're going to do a Cat 2 landing. We're sitting in the Zibo. We're parked, and we're going to be in a cold and dark state.
Correct.
And we're going to try to use a checklist created by Nico, which everybody knows. If anybody flies Zibos, everybody knows who Nico is.
Nico is
the
guy,
Yeah, he's created a very extensive checklist, which is probably, I don't know, Brad, how many pages was it? 28, 29?
It was 27 pages. Yeah.
Yep. So it's pretty extensive.
So bear with us, those that are watching the stream, because it could be a haul. So I don't know. I'm looking at the checklist. I'm not sure where one.
Well, I'm on aircraft preparation on tablet.
Okay,
that's the first thing. Yeah.
So number 3. Cool.
Yeah. So what we'll do is, when you're ready, we'll jump in the cockpit.
All right, I'm in the cockpit.
And what we're going to do is, the first thing, we're going to look at the FB, and we're going to start service cruise on ground.
Okay, starting the service cruise on the ground.
Okay, and then we're going to go up to the upper panel.
What does that do? Does that get us people moving around?
It just simulates. Yeah, it just simulates. Let's throw some power at it. So let's turn on the ground power unit.
Okay, we're getting the ground power unit here. We go up here. Guessing we need the battery on.
So we'll go back up to the top, and we'll power up the aircraft, battery on. And that's guarded, right? It's open and needs to be guarded.
Okay, guarded, and then ground power down here.
Yeah. So as you can see, we have power to the aircraft.
Okay.
If we could turn those rotator knobs to ground power, and
what should this one be set to?
up. I'm pointing my pointer at it so you could see it. Yeah, right up there, right. So let's put that. Yeah, in ground power.
Okay, very good.
Now,
that's set.
So at this point, you're parked at a gate.
I am parked at a gate, yes.
Okay, so let's do the pushback pre-plan, because that's where it is on the checklist. So we'll follow the checklist.
Okay.
So we'll go to better pushback.
Is that down here again?
It's in the bag. You can pull it up from the bag, or you can pull it up from your plug-in menu.
That ground services, better pushback. Okay,
Yeah.
pre-plan.
Yes.
So, I guess we can...
Pre-plan. Okay, so we're going to be looking for, we're going to be going out of 17. So I think it's off to the, yeah, we're going to point it to the left.
Can you zoom out on this thing?
I'm sure you can, but...
That will go this way. Worst case scenario, we got to turn around somewhere.
We'll turn around. No biggie.
Okay, so we'll do click it there, and then hit enter.
Yeah. Okay, so we're pre-planned.
Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
Okay. Pre-plan.
Okay,
I know
so
it's
let's go
completed.
back.
I don't know if I did it right, but it's completed.
Let's go back to the bag, and I want to go, let's check the fuel. So fuel, weight, and balance.
Okay.
At this point of the flight, we would have gotten our information brief, and we would put these, the zero fuel weight, the payload. We would, get that from sim brief, but we're just gonna, it's a short flight, so we don't really need that much fuel.
Okay.
So let's put some fuel in.
Okay.
Let's put, you're in pounds. So hit that fuel, that green, says fuel, green, pull up that.
Mm-hmm.
And let's, black. Let's put in 50. Let's see where it brings the weight up to.
Error. Oh, 5.0.
Yeah.
It's already got 16.4 there.
All right, so let's put, all right, so let's put 20.5. Let's make sure that we have enough fuel.
Enter. Okay.
20.5.
Roger. That's 124.2. Yes, 1,000 pounds.
All right, we got more than enough fuel. Okay, that's fine. Payload, we don't have to change that. We don't have to mess with that. So let's just go back. We got more than enough fuel.
Okay.
Just go back. I know there's a lag here, so.
Yep, I'm back at the main menu.
Okay, so let's start the flow. So parking brake is.
Okay, I'm just parking brake. All right, so let's see here. One of these buttons down here goes to that. Parking brake is pulled. The red light is illuminated.
Okay. Let's go up top. Fuel cutoff switches are off.
Okay.
They're both off.
They're both off.
Yeah. Reverse thrust levers are down. So
Roger.
they're fine. Speed brake is down. Thrust levers are idle. Flaps are up.
Flaps are up.
Landing gear is down.
Landing gears down. Check.
Let's go to the chrono and let's start it.
Where's the chrono?
Left side of the main.
Okay, reset and okay, started.
Let's see. Is it counting?
It is start. It is counting. 10
Okay,
seconds.
great. Okay, perfect. Standby power is auto guard down. We did that already, right?
Standby power is auto
Yeah.
guard down. Check.
Okay. Generator drive disconnect is guard down.
Generator drive disconnect. Where is that?
That's it's good. It's in the right spot.
That's what these red ones are.
Yeah. Ground power switch is on. Emergency light switch on. So that's in the center.
Okay. Emergency lights is on and guarded.
Position lights to steady.
Position lights to steady. Roger. Check. Whatever.
Logo lights on.
Logo light. Check.
Okay, let's go the center you have your light, the 2 rotating light switches.
These, the circuit breaker and panel.
Yeah, so up in the center of that panel, you have 2 rotating knobs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's crank them up and get lights.
Okay. Got lights.
Let's go back down to the main panel, and we're gonna put lights on.
Okay. So we've got logo lights, cockpit lights. Just did wheel well lights on.
No, not yet. No. We didn't get to that yet.
Okay.
So let's just go slide down. Let's go to the main panel. I want to turn on all the interior lights to light up the panels and stuff.
Where is that?
So if you go to the main panel, looking at the main view of the MFDs. So come slide down a little bit. So get rid of the yoke for now, just so we could. So you'll see to the left of the FMC there are 2 knobs. Let's crank those up.
Right, background and flood.
Let's crank them up.
They are cranked up.
And to the left of that, there's another one also.
Yep, main panel brightness coming up.
And to the left also. And on the first officer's side, you have a set of them also.
Okay, they're all cranked up.
Okay, wheel well light switch on.
Wheel well light switch on. Check.
Okay. And we're going to do a takeoff config test. I want you to take the throttles and push them all the way forward.
Forward, we're getting an audible alert.
Okay, perfect. Okay, up to the top, we're going to
IRS.
put both to nav.
Check.
Okay. We're going to set the HDG at STS. So that's that little knob up on top next to the number pads.
Right, it says display selector.
And we're going to go to HDG STS. Not wind, but HD, right?
Check.
Okay.
Get a display on the iris for 1.
Okay. Okay, at this point, we're going to stop the service. We're stopping them.
All right.
So back to the bag.
You guys are done.
And then we're going to start flight leg.
Start flight leg.
Okay. At this point, if we're actually simulating, we'd wait for the attendant to tell us that the law enforcement officer is aboard.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could welcome the passengers on the PA system. So we're just, we're going to make that.
Okay.
The clock is set. Master lights is set. Disengage light test for the... Okay, safety tests. We could go through some. So up on the top is the flight deck recorder. It's on the upper right-hand side. It's simulated.
Flight deck recorder. It seems like I saw this before. It's on the
it's
very
up
top, isn't it?
top.
Okay,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. So it's just simulated.
Okay, open guard and set to test.
Yeah.
I set to test. Check the warning light is off. All right. Close guard
Okay,
and light is illuminated.
Perfect. Mach
Okay.
speed test 1 and 2.
4 minutes after power. Okay, yeah, we've done that. All right, we have an audible alert and an
1 and
audible
2.
alert on 1 and 2.
Stall warning 1 and 2.
Stick shaker number 1, stick shaker number 2. Check.
Okay, reverse lights are extinguished. Engine control lights are extinguished.
Where are the reverse lights?
They're on the main panel, so if you don't see them, they're not there. They're extinguished.
Okay, where would they be though?
On the main panel down below where the MFD is. on the main flight panel.
Okay.
So let's go down next to the flight officer's FMC, and we're going to check the GW. We're going to go through a light test.
Okay.
So next to the first officer there's a GW something.
GPWS.
There you go. Ground proximity something.
Okay.
And it's going to go through a whole
So just
scenario.
Just click it.
Yeah.
Do a system test.
Yeah, system test. It's going to go through a whole gamut of.
Good morning, afternoon, City Light 7777. Thanks for joining. And the voice of X-Plane's here too. Volume's a little low overall, or just in the aircraft? We'll turn it up just a tad bit. Okay, that seems to have done what it needed to do.
Okay, we're going to check the crew oxygen pressure indicator. We need to be between 600 and 735 pounds, 1360 psi.
Is that up here somewhere?
Yeah, it's up on the top. I mean, it's simulated, so we really don't have to really be too concerned about it.
Okay.
Landing gear lights on and green.
Landing lights are on and green. There
Flap.
and up there. Okay.
Flap lights test. So I guess next to the flaps there must be a test.
I think somewhere near the flap handle.
Yeah. Why is that still blinking?
I'll find a view here that will get me there. Don't see a flap test.
All right, let's
Button.
pass. Let's yeah.
All right.
Let's go back up. I want to look at the IRS alignment because I see them blinking and I don't like that.
Do they have to be set to align?
Yeah, so they're blinking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's turn them off.
Okay.
Both off, and then put them back to align. Leave that switch, that thing that we messed around.
So they
with
should
next
both
to
be on a line, not nav.
on a nav. I'm sorry, nav. Sorry, not a line, nav.
Okay.
Looks like they're on a line.
I just switched them to nav.
Okay, perfect.
So City Light is asking about mapping switches to the Zibo. So I did map some of the switches. I've not mapped them all because there's just way too many switches in the Zibo to do. But for instance, I've mapped my autopilot, my GFC 500 autopilot. I think I've mapped it to the autopilot functionality. The FMC or the GCU I've mapped to do FMC functions. And I've got my landing gear panel does some of the landing gear stuff, so I would say I'm probably about a third of my stuff is mapped to RealSimGear, and probably could get more. I just haven't had the time to do it, but thanks for asking.
Okay, let's go down to the radio panel.
I see a line is blinking again now.
All right, let's let it sit. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Oh, we might have to set the position, the IRS position in the FMC. Okay, let's slide down to the radio panel.
Okay, it's right there.
Okay, just let me catch up to you. Radio panel. Okay, so it is asking for nav 1, nav 2, check and set radios. At this point, I think we should put in the ILS frequency, which is 1099. So we need to change the VORs to ILS, and we do that by those two caret up and down carets.
Okay, and they should be what, 1099?
9, yep.
99.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's important with a Cat 2, both sides, because we're going to be using both radios and both GPSs. Both sides have to have the ILS set to 1099, or the frequency that is associated with the ILS of the airport that we're landing at.
Okay, check. Both sides are set. 1099, all primary and backup.
Okay, transponder. In Europe, they go to standby. In the United States, they go to TARA. So let's just go to TARA. This way we don't have to think about it anymore.
TARA, check.
Okay. Next section is about online stuff. We're going to skip that.
Do we need to set our comm radios for what would be...
Well, we're not online, so it doesn't matter.
Right, but if we were online, we would set our comm radios to...
Yeah. So
okay.
we go to ATIS, and we look for ATIS, and then we go ground.
Right.
Then we go departure, and then we go tower.
Okay.
So we're going to go to the FMC now.
Ooh, the FMC. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's hit the soft key FMC.
FMC has been hit.
Okay, let's see what information we're getting. I have to catch up to you. Okay, so if we look, we have the aircraft is correct. The engine rating is correct. Our nav data is current. Right?
Nav data
Everything.
January 2nd to January 29th.
29th. Okay, so now we're going to go to position in it.
Position in it.
Let me catch up. So we're going to go to previous page.
Previous page.
And then previous page again. I think you have to hit it twice.
Okay.
Let me catch up. Previous page again. Okay, so we look at GPS left and GPS right. We always, the GPS left is the main GPS, so we'll hit that soft key. You have to delete that enter IRS position, so just clear that. Either delete or clear, I'm not sure which one. And then what will happen is it'll populate on the bottom. Those coordinates will populate on the bottom.
Okay, and then hit. Okay, there we go.
Hit next page, and let me just catch up. Yeah. Stand by. Okay. So now set IRS position. Hit that soft key. Boxes are.
Okay, that's populated. Woohoo! Now we've got a.
So if we slide up a little bit, let's take a look at the main MFD. Slide up just a tad, and we can see if we're aligned just by what's. So if we look at that main MFD, the IRS is aligned. We can tell that it's aligned. So let's put in the reference.
How do we determine that?
Because you don't have, that screen is not blank now. It was blank before.
Okay, got it. Right.
So let's go to the reference. Let's go back to the FMC, and we're going to put in LPPPR.
Okay, so just type in, excuse me, LPPR on this page.
Yeah, yes.
LPPR.
Now in the Zibo, boxes are mandatory. Dotted lines are not. So we could accomplish this a couple of different ways, but we're going to do it this way. So we're just going to hit that soft key for reference. You could put a gate number. I don't know what gate you're at. I don't even know if there's a gate. You're probably at a stand, so I wouldn't worry about that.
Okay. Reference airport has been set. LPPR at the coordinates.
Perfect. So let's go to the next page. Next page. Next page. That looks good. Next page. So let's go to enter company route. We're not doing that. Enter active runway. Let's go to route. See what's there.
Route RTE.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's catch up.
I've got origin and destination as boxes.
Okay, so let me just catch up. Okay, go to perf init. Hit that soft key.
Okay, perf init has been set.
Catch up. And let's go back. Let's hit menu. Kind of ahead of ourselves a little bit. Go back to FMC. And let's go to departure and arrival.
Are you still following the checklist?
Yeah, so departure arrival page. So we're gonna hit departure.
Departure. I have to. It's not doing anything when I hit departure.
No?
No.
Why? What didn't we do? Let's go back to the init ref page, the init ref soft key.
Do I have to put the origin and destination in here?
Yeah.
Do I just hit the soft keys, or do I actually have to type it in
No,
and then hit the
let's
save?
type it. Yeah, yeah. So let's put LPPR at the origin, LPPR at the destination.
R at the origin and LPPR at the destination. Okay.
Okay, now we'll get it. Now we'll get.
And I don't have to put a runway in.
You can, yes, 17.
Okay. Runway's been set.
Okay.
When do you have to use the execute button? Is that only if it's lit?
Yeah, only if it's lit.
Okay.
And we'll get. So let's go to departure and arrival. Yeah, it's not lit, so.
Okay. So hit departure.
Arrival, yes.
Departure, we're gonna do the Manny 1R.
Yep. We select a runway. I think we select a runway first on the. All right, no transition. So it's telling us, obviously I'm catching up, but you can see the Manny 1R SEL, which is selected, and runway 17.
Sorry,
so you're on.
Sorry, I went back here. Let me do this again.
That's okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Departure, we're doing the
Manny.
It's not on here anymore.
Yeah, go back to departure. Go hit 17 first, I think. I hate this lag.
Oh, Manny 1R, there we go.
Okay, good.
Okay, so they're both selected. Manny 1R is selected, runway 17 selected.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to go to the arrival.
Arrival. Doing the ILS 17.
Yep.
And we're going to come in at Able 2T, I think.
And was that it? I write it down.
The Able 2T, yep.
Okay, the Adnoff is the final. And Adnoff. We'll need to. Now the Zibo is smart enough to know that it says glides GS on off. So Zibo's smart enough to know that it needs the glide slope. So we don't. You never have to mess with that. It always defaults to whatever type of approach that you just programmed.
Okay.
So if it was an RNAV approach, that may be off. There's a whole set of scenarios, which we won't get into. You know, we'll do that if we do an RNAV approach. This happens to be an ILS approach. Okay, so let's go to the lakes page.
Okay, so did we skip the route page? The route section?
No, did we? No, I don't think so. You can hit it. Do you see that on the...
Oh, it's just simply LPVR to LPVR.
Yeah.
There is
so let's
no
go
route.
to... Yeah, so let's go to lakes.
Okay, legs.
You need to catch up. Okay, so we have a discon there, right? So what we need to do is get rid of that. So go to ABLEG, hit that soft key, and move it into that discon.
And so to do that, we hit.
So you hit the soft key ABLEG.
Yep.
Get rid of that 17. Yeah, I think you have to clear the 17 first.
All right. Okay. And then just hit the soft key above it to replace it, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think you have to hit execute.
Oops. Execute.
Okay. So let's go to the next page.
Right, no more discontinuities. That's good.
Okay. Hit that activate soft key.
Activate and execute. Okay, good.
Okay, so let's go to the lakes page. Back up to the first page 1. And then I want you to go up to. Let me just go to the. Yeah, I see it. So it's in. We have our first direction point.
Yep. ACM.
Yeah.
I don't even know how
So
you
let's
would pronounce that, but
yeah, let's slide up to the EFIS. And I want you to put it on plan, and so the EFIS is next to the master caution,
oh, over here. Okay.
and there's map and plan. So let's go to plan.
And is it a knob?
Yeah, it's the knob. It's the left knob. I think it's above weather.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Oh,
map.
yeah, you see. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
there's
we want
plan.
it on plan.
Okay, right.
Go out to 40. You're on 10 now, I think.
Okay.
40 miles. And let's go back. Get a view of that MFD and the FMC, because we want to do a step.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So how many miles is that out? You're on 10? What are you on? Go
I'm
to
on
40 miles out.
I'm at 40.
You're on 40?
Yep.
Go down to 20 then, let's see.
It's 20.
Let me catch up. Okay, good. So bring that in closer so everybody can see it.
Okay, here we go.
Beautiful. Okay, so on the FMC, that you hit, there's a soft key step.
Soft key step. Oh, step. Okay. Yep. So we'll just step through and it'll show us the different legs.
Yep. Different waypoints. Perfect.
We're just stepping through the flight plan at this point.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect.
Nothing. Okay.
Everything looks fine.
Okay. Let's go back to the perf finish page.
The perf init page. That is in the init ref page.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So here, this is basically just hitting the gross weight is being calculated from what's the fuel load that we entered.
Yep.
So hit that soft key.
Okay.
Zero fuel weight will be entered automatically based on what we entered.
Okay.
In the EFB. Reserves, we're gonna arbitrarily use a number, and we'll use 1 because we don't really need a lot. We're not going anywhere, so 1.
Okay.
And cost index, these numbers we would get from SimBrief, but cost index we're going to use 20. Flight level is going to be 11,000 feet.
So 1110.
And I'm looking at the cruise winds right now. So they're at 270 at 22.
It's just 270/22.
Absolutely.
And okay.
Outside air temperature we get from, you know where that is, right?
I do not.
Okay.
Somewhere
if
up
we
here.
Look up, yeah, if we look up on the center MFD, up in the left-hand corner, we'll see an outside air temperature. So right above the where the N1 indicators are.
Oh, TAT right there.
Good.
Sorry. It's also right here, right in front of me. 7 degrees Celsius, okay?
Okay, so go back to the FMC and let's
put in 7.
Yep.
Hey, Vertical Sim Studios is following. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for checking us out. Brand new Zibo pilot here, learning as we go. So 7 and number 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Let me catch up. Okay, now transition altitude in Europe, or where we are, where we're in Portugal, is correct. It's 4,000 feet. So instead of 18,000 feet in the U.S., which we're accustomed to, here it's 4,000. So that's when, landing lights come off rather than 10,000. Well, we're going to use the 4,000 as a transition altitude. The barrel gets changed. Barrel gets changed there also. So let's hit execute.
Execute.
And let's go to N1 limit.
N1 limit.
So we're not going to do a D-rated takeoff. D-rate is what it does. It changes the amount of thrust that's available for the takeoff. So we're just going to We're going to light them up. So
Okay.
here we're going to hit the soft key, select outside temperature. That's going to populate by itself.
All right.
Now let me catch up. And there's the +7. Let's go to takeoff. Hit that soft key.
Take off.
Catch up.
You might refresh
Okay.
your screen, refresh your Twitch thing, because I think you're quite a bit behind what I see on mine. Just do a refresh on your browser.
Hang on.
Might help you catch up a little bit.
Okay. Refreshing. And here we are. Okay. So we get this from, again, from another source, but we're going to use Flaps 5.
Any flaps? Get back on this page. Flaps 5.
And the CG.
And the V1 speeds, we just hit those soft keys to have them auto-populate? Or do we have to do
you need-
CG?
Yeah, CG, so hit that soft key.
Trim is 440. So my guess is we need to go down here and
Affirmative.
set the trim. Somewhere right around there. Looks good. Okay.
Yep.
Then V speeds, just hit those soft keys to populate.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Reason it didn't take the third one.
Why? Huh.
Not sure.
Huh. Let's go to page 2. That is weird. Page 2.
There we go. Okay, I accidentally hit this bottom one. Okay.
Okay, go to page 2. Yeah.
Okay, page 2.
Okay, good. And let me catch up to you.
Just set the runway conditions. Oh, we gotta set the runway wind, I suppose.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get that for you. Weather.
130 at 6, I think.
Okay.
130/6 is the runway wind. Okay.
Okay, slope. I mean, again, it's dotted line. It's not necessary. You know, we would get that information from SimBrief. But, so it's asking us, let's clear that verify. Okay, so we're going to need to verify the takeoff speeds again because we changed the wind. So
Okay.
let's clear that.
Clear, okay.
Okay, then let's go back to page 1.
Just hit the soft keys again.
Yeah, previous page. Yeah. Hit that delete button and hit the soft keys again. Yeah. Okay, let's see where I am on the checklist.
I didn't really change anything.
Okay. So let's just go back to init. We just want to just check, quick check init reference page.
Back. Won't go back there.
Won't go back?
Nope.
Huh?
Init reference won't let me hit it.
Take off. All right. All right. Let's go to menu.
Okay, menu. MC.
Let me catch up. FMC. Okay, go to position in that. Let's just scan through everything real quick. Time. Go to page, next page. So we'll take a look. Flight number. Put a flight number in. Call it M9.
Where does that get set?
Past it. Go to the next page. Take off. Go to init ref again. We'll find it that way.
Yeah, for some reason it won't let me go to init ref from here.
Okay.
So position init, gate, route, takeoff.
Page 2.
Is Q or H? Should Q or H be on or it should be off, I guess. Page 2.
Okay. All right. I think we're good.
Okay.
Let's go up to the autopilot.
Now, do you have to synchronize the two FMCs somehow?
No, but we could put, if you go to the first offices, we could just put up the legs page just to have some there. We could, because we might want to switch it. We will be switching around on this one.
Okay, so it's there is no
functionality.
You don't have to cross-fill it. It automatically does it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just go to the legs page. Yeah. So we'll keep that page up.
Got it. Okay.
So let's go to let's go to our legs page.
Roger.
And let's go up to the autopilot.
Okay. Which one? There we go. We are on the autopilot.
Okay. So we're gonna course. We're gonna put in 171.
It's runway heading.
Speeds was what 135. I think it was 146, right? So that'll be the takeoff speed, 146. Heading is going to be 171.
6.
And the altitude's going to be 11,000.
Sorry, just hang on a second. And then heading should also be 171. And the altitude was going to be what?
11,000.
11,000.
So we've been doing this for 40 minutes now.
39 minutes. And we haven't started the airplane yet.
And we haven't even started the airplane. That's why you got to be in the mood. You
Yeah,
got to be in the mood for love, you know?
No kidding.
Okay, so flight directors, both flight directors are going to come on at this point.
Alright, flight director. I'm pretty sure I mapped a key to that. What did I map? Oh, I just hit flight director. Okay. Flight directors are on.
Okay, we're going to LNAV, BNAV.
Let me catch up to you on the checklist page here. Okay, I'm sorry. Say that again.
LNAV, VNAV.
Nav and VNav. Okay, LNAV, VNav are set.
Okay. Let's see. Your dampener is going to come on at this point.
Okay, yaw dampener is on. How do we... That's on the upper panel, right?
Yeah, it's on the upper left.
Okay, yep. Yaw dampener's on.
Okay, so we're still on ground power?
Still on ground power.
Okay, let's fire up the GPU.
Alright, fire up the GPU. So, what do we need to do? Should have probably had these packs somewhere, but something to do with packs, I think, right? But
No, we can leave everything the way it is right now. We get to that. So just let's fire up the...
Where are you in the checklist page?
I'm on pre-flight procedures.
What page number?
I don't have a page number.
At the bottom of each page?
Yeah, I don't. Didn't print it. Stand by. No, it says APU start procedures on the top.
So there's a bunch of stuff before that we've not
Yeah,
done.
we're gonna go back. We'll go back to that previous page, the pre-flight procedures page. Let's fire up yeah, let's fire that up so we just get that out of the way.
So APU switch to on. It's probably
Yeah,
done.
I am jumping around a little bit.
AP switch is on. And then just APU to start.
Yes, hold it down for...
And we don't have to change anything on the packs at this point.
No, just APU
One,
bleed comes on.
2. Okay, start. The EGT is coming up on the APU.
Beautiful.
Okay. Wait until APU is available, plus or minus 35 seconds. And then how do we know that it's available? We'll get an illumination up here somewhere.
Yes. That center blue light will come on. Right now it's extinguished.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boom.
So bleed's on.
Do we have to do APE generators both on? So do we have to do these first?
Yeah, but let's get the bleed on so we know that we got... and then we're going to get rid of the ground power unit.
Before we switch?
What? Switch what?
Don't we have to put these to both on?
Yeah, yep, on, and then yes, exactly. And then bus transfer, it's called. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then up a little bit above that is the ground power switch. That's going to come to off. And then you're going to go to the bag and get rid of the ground power unit.
Oh, before I... Okay, ground power off.
Disconnect, right. Okay, back to pre-flight procedure. Your dampener is off. Is on, rather.
Dampener's on. Check.
Fuel panel. Fuel crossfeed selector is closed.
Okay, wait a second. Let me go up here. Yeah, damper. Fuel panel. Fuel crossfeed selector closed. That must be this guy. Vertical. Okay, check.
Okay, all fuel pumps are off at this point. Electrical panel.
Check.
Cabin utility power switch is on. IFE passenger seatbelt power switch on. We're gonna
check and check. Yep.
Equipment cooling supply switch is normal. Equipment cooling exhaust switch is normal.
And where are those?
Up on top right, where the packs are and stuff. Everything is normal there. That's really not something that.
Okay.
Seatbelt switches on, and the seatbelts to auto, and then except chimes to.
Okay, chimes are auto, seatbelts are auto.
Yeah.
Do they need to be
Left.
on? Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Left and right wiper switches parked.
Left and right are on park. Check.
Okay. Ignition select switch is in the proper position. Window heat, power, and overhead test. We could test it, suppress and test it. Okay.
Okay. Check.
Window heat left and right on.
Check.
Probe heat switches off.
Check.
TAT test press and hold for 5 seconds. Check no horn alarm. Don't ask me what the TAT test press switch is like, because I don't know where that one is.
Yeah, I tested it. Well, it's right
Okay.
there, but I didn't see any change.
Okay, so we didn't get any alarms. Good.
Yep.
Wing anti-ice off. Engine anti-ice off.
Check, check.
Engine hydraulic pumps on. Electric hydraulic pumps are off.
Check and check.
Okay, next page. So we did the 8.
All pressures are illuminated. Yep. Okay.
Okay. Air temperature source selector as required. Trim air switch on.
Trim air switch on.
Top right.
Check.
Verify the zone temp lights are exhausted, which they are. Temperature selectors as required. In good shape there. Verify that the ram door full open lights are illuminated.
Ram
Recirculation
doors are illuminated. Yep.
Recirculation fan switch both auto.
Check.
Overhead test, press and hold for 5 seconds. Wide body overhead light illuminates. OVHT test, press front and hold for 5 seconds.
Yep. And we got wing body overheat illuminated.
Okay. Pack switches. If APU is running, equals auto.
Apex.
Isolation valve switch open.
Check.
Engine bleed air switches on.
Check.
Verify warning lights extinguished.
All lights are extinguished.
APU bleed is on auto. Verify duct pressure is it's minus 30%.
It's about 30%. Yep.
Okay. Select flight altitude, cruise altitude. So we're going to 11,000. Bottom right.
Okay.
And the altitude at this airport we're landing is, what is it? It's probably like 100 feet. I'm taking a wild guess. I know we're close to sea level, so you could roll that in. Pressurization selector to auto.
Auto.
Stabilizer trim set.
Stabilizer trim. Where might that be?
You already did it. Trim, right?
Okay.
Okay, mode control panel. Auto throttles are armed. We didn't arm those yet, but let's arm them.
Is that down here somewhere?
It's on the what do you call it? The autopilot there in the center.
Auto throttle is armed.
Okay, flight director's captain on. Flight director, first officer is on. IAS Mach is set to V2. Runway heading is checked. Initial altitude is checked. VNAV is on. LNAV is on.
Okay.
Okay.
Where's the IAS Mach?
Right in the center there. We said it was 146.
Okay, so it's set to speed. Yep. Okay. Got it.
Okay. Let's set the barrel, which is 1025. And that's not in inches. That's in hectopascals. So what do you want, inches or hectares? So let's change that to hectares. On the barrel now.
Let me find which one here it is. Here we go. Okay, so barrel. How do you set it to?
Hectares. I think that you just rotate it and it'll go from.
Okay, it's on HBA. And it's 1025. I see 1031 in my. Yep. Okay. Set and set.
Okay. Set map display. Set map display, which we did. Okay, I want all the VOR switches to off. All right, so all the way over to the left, you have 2 VORs on the captain's side. You got 2 VORs on the first officer's side. They look like they are off.
They are off. Check.
Okay, set map display. So we're in the map position. Yes. Set range. Where are you in the range right now?
I am on 40, I believe.
Let's
Or
bring it down.
20, sorry. I'm
Yeah,
on
let's
20.
bring it down to 10. Let's see what that looks like.
Okay. In plan or map mode?
In map mode.
Okay, that's 40 on the pilot side, and I've got 20 on the co-pilot side.
Okay, let's get it. Yeah, we want to get a closer view. I would maybe go 10 on the pilot side.
Okay, 10 on the pilot side.
Set display data. Let's go. So display data is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 soft keys right below where it says plan and map.
Mm-hmm.
So you have weather, you have terrain radar.
Yep.
I would set the terrain radar on first officer's side.
Okay, terrain is on first officer side.
And weather on our side.
Weather on our side. Okay.
Okay. Altimeter, PFD, set altimeter, QHA. Standby altimeter, which is in the center. Let's set the QNH there.
Okay. Now standby altimeter is set.
Okay, before pushback. Taxi briefing, we're taxiing to 17. All doors, let's just check and make sure all the doors are closed. So if we look on the upper panel, there is and then there's a multitude of indicator lights that shows each individual door. They should all be extinguished, which I believe they are.
Where might that be?
If you look just below the wing anti-ice, down further. There's a bunch of little boxes, and when the doors are open, they will be illuminated. Yeah.
Oh, so right in this area here,
yeah,
where forward cargo, aft cargo are still open.
Yep, right below the hydraulic pumps, right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So those would be illuminated, be open.
Okay. So our cargo doors are open.
Let's see. Okay, center fuel pumps.
So do I need to close all doors?
They're closed. We know they're closed because the lights are off.
Well, forward.
The
cargo,
lights are off. Huh?
Forward cargo and aft cargo are illuminated.
Okay, so let's go to the bag. Why are they open?
Where are the doors in the bag?
Let's go
Doors.
to home.
Forward cargo.
Go to page 2. Doors.
Close. There we go.
Oh, yeah, a lot of them. Yeah, close. See, that's why you check.
All right.
Good.
All doors
Perfect.
are closed.
Okay, perfect. Doors are closed. Ground handling. We're doing that on the tablet. Pushback. Request pushback. Well, let's do a couple things. Let's turn on the fuel pumps. All the fuel pumps are on.
So center fuel pump. All the fuel pumps on. Check.
Now this normally, according to this, this part of the checklist would be done during the pushback, but we're gonna just kind of like skip around. Hydraulic fuel pumps, both of them on.
Engines are on. Electrics are off.
So we're gonna put the electrics on. Electric hydraulic fuel pumps on. Hydraulic fuel pumps on.
Okay, both are on.
RTO, auto brake set to RTO. So the auto brake is in the down.
I'm sorry, that was
center.
fuel pump, not hydraulic pumps. Okay.
Yeah, those are hydraulics, and you have electric on that side.
Okay, so and you want
Auto brake.
Auto
Set to
brakes,
RTO.
RTO. Okay, set.
Okay, moving along.
Oh, we do
Okay.
want the hydraulic pumps on.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, left and right pack are going off.
Anti-collision light should be on. Okay.
I didn't see that yet. You see that on the checklist?
Right after auto brake.
Oh, yeah,
RTO.
yep, sorry. Left and right packs are off, and isolation valve is on auto.
Please step into your seating area to let the other passengers through. You can store your hand luggage either under the seat in front of you or
Okay.
in the head compartment provided.
Okay, let's go to pushback.
Clear at all times.
Do we start the first engine first before pushback?
No, we push first before we start.
Okay.
Always push before start.
Press pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Stow is driving up.
Okay.
So we're going which way? Tail left or tail right?
We're gonna
We're
go
going
tail
tail
right.
Right. Okay, tail right. So we're going to start the left engine first.
Okay. Go to left on the ignition.
And we're going to look for two indications. N1, we're going to add fuel at between 24 and 25. Prior to adding fuel, we're going to look for fuel pressure, and we'll see that pop up. We'll see it start coming up as the N1s start getting higher. So you really need a view of
All doors and hatches are closed.
I don't know where you are.
Ready to connect.
Okay, so we're gonna do go to ground,
Yep.
GRD on the left
Yep.
engine.
Right, and we're going to look at the N1 and oil pressure. And at 24, 25, we're going to add fuel to that engine. Yes.
At 25.
Yeah, 25. Yeah. So N1's coming up.
It's coming up. We're at 25, 26, adding fuel.
Stow connected and bypass pin inserted.
And let's just make sure we get a clean start. Can you move up a little bit? And how we know we get a good start is the ground switch will go to auto. You'll hear the click.
Yep, I heard the click.
Okay, so we're going to start engine. We'll start the other engine now.
Let's see what's going on out here. Before he starts pushing, we'll start the second engine.
Oh, you're not pushing yet?
I'm not moving yet.
Oh,
The
yeah.
tow is connected, but we haven't
Oh,
disconnected
no, yeah.
the brake or
Oh,
anything
okay.
like that.
Okay. Oh, yeah. We should have started pushing. Not a big deal. Just let's push. I thought you were pushing.
Well, we requested the push, but we have not
Yeah. Sorry.
released the parking brake because you...
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so, somewhere here, I have a view.
I know on this checklist.
Okay, parking brake has been disconnected.
Okay. And in this checklist, elapsed timer, we could reset it to see how long the flight's going to take. I'm just curious to see how long this whole process takes.
Right, so I should be starting the second engine now that we're pushing.
Yep. TARA, we've already established that it is on TARA.
Yes.
That's part of the checklist because I jumped around.
So where do you want me to be now? Do you want me to be at starting engine 2 or do you want me to be somewhere else?
Yeah, we're moving, right? You're pushing?
We're pushing.
Okay, start engine 2. Probe, okay.
Okay, so we're going to go to right engine ignition. We're going to go to ground. And then we're going to go down here. Wait for 25. we got 25. We'll get fuel in. Fuel's in.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Engine's starting.
And we're going to after start checklist.
Set the parking brakes. Oh, then we need to get engine. We need to get the generators on, right? Engine 1 and 2 generators on. Which they go automatically, right?
Well, they're on now, right? We have power. So those go down, right? Exactly. Again, I'm way behind you, so.
Okay, and then engine start switches should go to cont. Okay.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Okay, you ready?
Gotta set the parking brake. Parking brake is set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Tow is
Where do you
disconnecting.
where do you see the engine switches to continuous on the checklist?
I'm still at the very end of starting engine. So we had the first engine start, the second engine start, then the generators to on, and then start engine switch to continuous.
Okay, gotcha.
And set the parking
engine
brake.
start, set parking brake. Okay, next page. After.
Now we're in the next part is start with air starter unit, which we didn't use. So
Yeah,
now we're at the
right.
after start checklist.
Yeah. See, I took those pages out because I don't. Let me start with that. After start checklist, probe heat switches on.
Probe heat switches, I think those are up here, right? Probe
Up top.
heat on,
Yeah.
on, check.
Air conditioner packs, auto.
Auto, auto.
Pressurization, selector, verify, auto.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. And signal on the right.
Pressurization
We'll see you next
verify
time and
auto.
have a safe flight.
Okay, I guess.
APU bleed, off.
APU bleed off, check.
APU start switch, off.
APU start switch. Off,
Okay.
check.
Okay, before taxi checklist.
Okay,
Take off flap set and green light.
we're doing takeoff, our flaps 5, right?
All right, I think that's 2 or 3. On
1,
the indent.
2, 5, okay. Set.
And we could verify that or the flap indicator, which is above the center MFD, right by the gear handle.
Oh, yep. Verified 5 degrees.
Okay. Okay, take off flap set in green. MFD, press engage. MFD, set the system. I'll set the engine and set the system, which they both are. Flight controls, check.
Where MFD press engage.
Yeah, engine and system. So, so above where the N1 indicators are,
Mm-hmm.
I can't really see. There should be an engine and system button. So you're on engine and you have systems. So the 2 ones below that are in the right position.
Okay.
Flight controls, check.
The press engine. Okay, hang on a second. Set the system.
Yeah. They're set by default, I think.
Okay.
Okay. Taxi lights on.
Taxi lights on. Let's go up here. Let's turn our taxi lights on. Check.
Yeah, and runway takeoff lights on.
Check.
Okay, let's just take a quick look at everything.
Engine and anti-ice switches are off.
Window
Check.
heat is on.
Okay.
Engine
Between one
anti-ice
and
is off. Wing anti-ice is off. Okay, that looks good.
visible moisture. Okay.
Right. We got no visible moisture. Okay, so if we turn on the wing lights, we're going to get a departure announcement. If you want to do that.
Alright, the wing lights. Position, wing lights. Here we go, wing lights are on. Got a ding, but no announcement, but that's okay.
Cabin is secured.
Oh,
Have a good
there we
flight.
go. Thank you, Miss Flight Attendant.
Okay. Landing lights are on. Turn up. It says record. Taxi lights. Oh, this is entering entry procedures. So landing lights. We're not by the runway yet. So we could taxi. I guess you want to taxi to the active. You want to do the takeoff, right? You wanted to go through this whole procedure.
Sure.
Do you want to do this flight, or you want to?
No, I'm fine
Right.
if you're fine.
You want to break? Yeah, I'm good. Okay. So let's taxi M9 Aviation. Taxi. Let's see where we're going to taxi. There really is no taxiway. Might have to back taxi.
Yeah, there's no good airport map that I'm seeing. But let's see here. We're basically pointed, so we need to taxi backwards. Yeah, we pushed the wrong direction.
Okay.
M9 Air 1, taxiing runway 17.
Yeah, so A3 takes us down to a certain point, and then we're going to have to get on the runway. Back taxi, looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, tower M9 Air 1, back taxiing runway 17. We'll get our landing lights on for this. Whoa. There's a taxiway on this other side.
It only goes down so far.
Oh. Taxiing way too quickly.
Yeah, so you have the. That's fine. We'll just turn around.
Nice clear day here. Wherever we're at, Francisco Carneiro Porto.
Okay. Stand by.
Do.
So we've been at this for an hour, 14 minutes.
I wonder if somehow, yeah, the timer got reset somehow. Something I did must have reset the timer.
Oh, okay.
But the stream has been going for, it doesn't say how long the stream has been going.
Well, we've been at this for more than an hour, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Well, we were 39 minutes before, 40 minutes before we even started the engine.
Started, right? Yeah, this is a labor of love. But as you fly this plane more and more and more and more, it becomes quicker and quicker and quicker. I know in the op procedures for these virtual airlines, they time this from when you get into the cockpit to the engine start pushback. I think after 14 minutes or 16 minutes, they penalize you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, yeah, they don't want you taking 3 hours to do what we just did. They'd be losing money. We'd be bankrupt at this point. The paying customers in the aircraft be going, what's going on up there? Are those guys drunk? No, we're Captain Canada. We're smoking pot. Hang on.
Okay, so we're coming up here on a little turnaround. Get slowed down a little bit. Doesn't taxi like a Cirrus.
Doesn't really taxi bad. You just gotta make wide
I
turns.
Just gotta get used to the speed and the weight. Tower M9 Aviation or M9 Air 1. Positioning and hold, runway 17.
Let's do a little brief. If prior to N1 we have, an engine failure or any other anomaly, we'll stop the aircraft. At V2, we will continue. And we'll climb to 6,000 feet and go to the hold. We'll wait for, declare an emergency and wait for ATC.
Okay.
So, where are we? Runway entry procedure. Wing lights, landing lights on.
Landing lights are on, check.
Runway turn-off lights as required. Taxi
Check.
lights are coming. Position lights, strobe and steady.
Check.
Weather radar is on. Terrain radar is on the FO.
Weather radar is on. Terrain radar, I believe, is on the FLs.
Transponder is set to TARA.
TARA, check.
Okay, takeoff briefing. We're going to bring the throttles up %. Make sure that both engines are stable. And we're going to Toga.
To how much percent?
40%. So we'll bring them up to about 40%. Make sure they're both stable, and then we're going to Toga.
Okay. And then V1 is that enunciated on my?
Yeah, you'll get it. You'll get V1 rotate. Yeah.
So we'll bring power up to 40%.
Wait, hang on. I'm not finished. Hang on.
Okay.
So right pack switches are on auto. Isolation valve switch closed. Left pack switch auto. Left engine bleed. Engine 1.
I'm sorry, isolation valve should be closed.
Yep, that's what it says.
Okay, closed.
Left pack switch to auto.
Auto.
Left engine bleed. Engine 1 off.
Engine bleed off.
Yep. APU bleed switch is. Why is it on? Oh, it's
Yeah,
above 10,000 feet. It's
Where are
off.
you
Yeah.
at?
I'm on additional runway entry procedure. This is above 10,000. You get that? That's not applicable because we're not.
Right,
You have to.
exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So those are good. The packs are on auto. Right?
Yes.
Both engine bleeds on. Yeah. Okay.
Both
That's good.
engine
And
bleeds
the
are
AP,
on.
and
APU
the
bleed is
APU
off.
bleed is off. Okay. Perfect.
Roger.
Okay. So we're going to bring them up to 40% stable, and we're going to toga.
All right.
Fly. We'll fly the runway heading to 400 feet, and then you will go to Command A, engage.
Okay, bringing power up to 40%. Should we do that before I release the brakes?
Yeah.
Okay.
40%. It's stable. Release the brakes. Go to toga.
And I can do that by clicking the mic button.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. We go.
And that bar, the bar enunciator, yeah, you got greens and it's on toga. Okay.
80 knots.
So you should get
V1 rotate.
V1
Rotate.
Positive rate.
positive rate. Gear up.
Gear up.
I'm way behind you.
400.
And we're gonna bring
400
like
feet.
50. At 400 feet, you're gonna go
1,000.
to command.
Command.
A.
And A.
Landing gear to the off position.
Now, Command A means the autopilot should be on, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then landing gear to the...
Off position. Auto brake to off.
Take off.
Okay, now we're gonna do the flap schedule.
Okay.
So, once that, I think it's 180, it's climbing, the airspeed's climbing, you come up one notch of flaps.
Flaps 2.
And then you go to flaps 1.
Flaps 1. 200 knots is flap 0. We'll go flap 0. Okay, flaps are up.
Okay. And let's change the map to like either, I don't know, 20 or 40. Let's get more of a there.
Okay. So now we're climbing in toga, which means the airplane is automatically doing the throttle, right? Auto throttle.
Yes.
It's holding the climb power. We're not derating it, so it's full climb power. We're climbing via LNAV and VNAV up to 11,000 on our flight plan.
Okay.
Oof.
Climb checklist.
All right, climb.
Oh,
excuse me.
Okay. Okay, we've already passed 4,000 feet. Landing.
Landing
Barrow's going
lights.
to.
Landing
Barrow's
lights
coming to
off.
standard. Engine start switches to auto.
So barrow should be standard.
Yeah.
How do we
Passing
do?
transition. Just press the barrel.
But we don't want to do that below 18,000, do we?
No, we're not at U.S. Numbers. Remember, 4,000 feet is transition altitude here.
Okay, so just hit the reset on this one here, or this standard
Barrel.
over here. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, it's set to standard.
Hmm.
Do I need to do that on the co-pilot side too?
No, it should do it automatically. Seatbelts we're going to leave on. We're going to leave all that stuff on because this is going to be just a quick up and down. Now, set the radio altimeter.
1,000 to go.
Okay,
So,
we're coming up on 11,000. Airplane's leveling off and powering back as expected. Okay, that's
Okay.
good. Nice view
Let's
out
set
the
the-
window.
let's set the radio altimeter.
Radio altimeter, how do we do that?
Above where the map and plan is,
Mm-hmm.
it says Barrow Radio, I think.
Radio. Okay. set to radio.
Let's roll in a number.
Okay, and that should correspond to the minimum on the approach chart, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so let me look at that again. I believe the minimums here were
3 something.
351. Okay.
Okay, so here's some.
Okay, 351. Okay, got that.
Okay, all right. So I need to be able to see the map, you know, where we are, because we're gonna at PR 614. About 10 miles prior to that, we're going to start configuring this airplane. That's a beautiful view out there. Look at how
nice.
The sun is reflecting off the water. It's pretty.
Yeah. I do run X-Vision here, even though this is auto-generated terrain. X-Vision is playing a role in this.
Yeah, it's pretty. So at PR 614, that MFD, let's see where we are.
Okay, well, we got a ways to go. We're still on the outbound leg.
Okay. So about 10 miles prior to 614, we'll turn on, the landing lights are going to come on, and engines are going to go to continuous.
So should we have turned the engines off of continuous? They'd be
Yeah, I don't. It was on the checklist to go continuous, and they really shouldn't be on continuous. There's only a couple of scenarios. I know with severe turbulence and a lot of rain, that's when they should be on continuous. So
got it.
Checklist.
Okay. Okay, we're coming up on the first turn here. We're about 7 miles from our first turn to the left.
Okay. So at 614,
I noticed that we don't have a speed set right now. So how does it know what speed to use? Is that part of
look at the what do you call it? The FMC, the speed setting.
Oh, it's automatically setting those speeds for us.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So at 614, we got to start thinking. We're going to start doing some things. We need to start slowing the airplane down for that turn. Just remember, we don't want that wide turn at Adnoth.
Okay.
That is pretty outside. You have auto?
Not in this part of the world, no.
It really looks good.
This is all auto-gen stuff. Yeah, not bad.
Let's hope this works.
Let's hope, and I'm crossing my fingers. Both of them. Captain's getting a little hungry though, so I've got to get this flight done and we'll take a break.
Yeah, get some to eat. I'm hungry.
No, I appreciate you going through this, Joe. There's a lot of work and a lot of effort here, but I've learned quite a bit about the airplane. I mean, half of it's just knowing where the switches are, right? So.
Exactly. When you know where the switches are, the flow goes real.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're just making a big arc here, but we're continuing. Now we're going to be back inbound on the arrival. So our next point is PR 636.
Okay. And again, about 10 miles before 614, we'll start doing some configure.
What kind of configuration that we do? We're going to do the descent preparation checklist.
Yeah. Altimeter set, standby QNH. Standby altimeter QNH from the charge landing. nav frequencies on nav 1 and nav 2 are set. Which is 1, 2 was set. Let's go to the FM and let's hit the init page, the init reference page.
Okay, init reference page.
And let's go to descent. Hit the soft key descent.
No.
So stay on the approach. See that approach ref? Let's go back approach ref.
Yep.
So approach ref. Okay. So on the bottom right we have wind correction, right?
Correct. Yep.
So it says +5 knots. Bottom right.
Yep, I see that.
Okay, we're gonna do 10. We're gonna put 10 in there. And this is like an off-topic thing that Zibo likes. We should get a smooth landing.
Okay,
So
that's set.
+10.
And our V speeds are set, or our speeds are set for the flap
Yes.
configurations in here. Okay, got
So
it.
let's go to, we want to go to descent. Soft key descent.
Okay, roger.
And let's see what's there. Catching up. Okay, now let's go back to the approach page. I'm going to hit that soft key for flap configuration.
How do I get there again? The approach page.
Yeah, approach page. Yeah.
How do I get there?
Approach. You
Init
hit-
ref.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, init ref. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me catch up. Okay, so you're gonna hit that soft key, 126 knot.
Okay, that's set.
Okay.
It's highlighted
Let's
or
go.
got bold or bigger.
Yep, yep, perfect. Okay, let's
What
go
does
back
that
to
do?
the light.
What did that?
Let's go to set. Yeah, the speeds.
Okay.
Let's go back to the legs page and keep an eye. We could probably go to the descent preparation checklist.
Something's throttling back already.
Yep. So let's go back to the legs page. We may be on a descent. And we're going to set the altimeters.
Okay. 130.
And both standby, both altimeter settings, standby and main one.
Alright, so I've dialed it in. Do I just hit the standard? Okay,
1000
there
to
we
go.
go.
Okay. So we did the initial init ref page, descent button. We did the transition flight level, ISA, QNH. Wind information is optional. Reset MCP altitude. Reset MCP altitude. Reset MCP altitude.
Probably need
Oh,
to set the
oh,
altitude
4,000.
down to 4,000.
Yeah, 4,000, right.
Okay, altitude
Air-
set for 4,000.
Okay, auto brake. We're going to on.
Seatbelt signs off, so that can stay on.
Yeah. You know, we could start playing.
So how do we know where the top of descent is? Is there some indicator on the...
Yeah, yeah. It should be on the map.
Oh, I see.
It's
I've
not
got
the throttle, yeah.
D-cell and
Yeah.
TD is coming up.
Okay, so let's get a closer range because I want to watch that team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're decelling Decelerating.
And let's extend the speed brakes.
To flight detent or all the way up?
Speed brakes just, you know, one notch back, I guess. You have two settings on that? You set it for two settings?
Well, there's armed, there's flight detent, there's up.
Yeah, okay, right there. Why are the throttles going up and down? Like, you see what that's doing? That's not right.
My guess is there's something with my throttles that I need to...
Yeah, that shouldn't be. Oh, we're gonna crash. Yeah, that's not good. Does it have something to do with mapping?
Wondering if there's a null zone thing, but I don't see a null zone setting here for that.
So you have it on 1. I think it should be on 0. Roll. Oh, that's roll null zone.
Yeah, it's weird. I wonder if it's detecting my throttle positioning.
Don't know, because I don't map.
We'll go to auto throttle. How about that?
So it was on auto throttle, right?
Was, yes.
So let's go back. And the autopilot's been disengaged, so you have to engage it again. You're getting
Autopilot's
an
still engaged.
You're getting an indicator light, right?
Autopilot looks like it's still on.
How come it's flashing? Autopilot. Oh, that's auto throttle. Okay, that's not autopilot. Sorry.
Alright, so auto throttle
so
is set again now.
Okay, perfect. All right, speed brakes need to come out because we need to be slowing down because we're going to be making that turn.
Speed brakes are up.
Okay, let's slow the airplane down. At around 230, we're going to one notch of flaps.
We need to have, oh no, the speeds are set in the, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
the
well,
speeds are set via the FMC.
Yep.
Okay.
But let's look at around 230, we're going to drop the notch of flaps. Perfect, speed's coming down.
One notch of flaps is 200 knots. I don't think my speed brakes are coming all the way out for some reason.
Yeah, I think we could, a notch of flaps is higher than 235. We could drop a notch of flaps because we need to slow this thing down.
Okay, flaps 1.
Okay. And I can't see, but are we coming up to Odnov?
We are just making the turn toward Odnov.
Okay.
We are 4 miles from Odnov.
Okay. So you can continue dropping the flaps. Go to flaps 2. And when we make that turn at Odnov, we can arm the approach.
Okay, flaps 2.
And then when we roll out of Odnov, we're going to roll in 146 on the Mach speed.
Can I roll that in now?
Do we make the turn?
Or I make the turn?
Yeah, no. Well, as we start making that turn, we can roll
Okay.
that speed in. Let's wait. Let it slow down.
Okay, we're below 200. We're at flaps. gear is still up.
Okay.
Flaps 2 though.
And when we make the turn, we could go to flaps 3, and the final approach fix gear is going to come down, and we're going to go to command B, and we're going to set the approach.
Okay, we're rolling
So-
in. So we'll go flaps 3, 5,
Mm-hmm.
and then you say go ahead and set the speed. What was it?
146. And we want to go
1000 to go.
command A and command B and approach.
Can't set the speed here.
Okay. Go to command B.
And B is on.
Okay.
And A is off. They're both on. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Landing gear should be down.
Landing gear down. And full flaps at this point.
All the way to 40.
Yeah.
Okay,
Please.
flaps 40.
Command B approach is on. Yes, right? Gears down. 3 green.
Gears down, 3 gauge, check.
Okay. And the airspeed looks good. Okay.
126 knots.
And do we have the airport in sight?
It's in sight. So now this will be an auto land.
Yep, should be.
Okay. Very cool.
And when you touch ground, the only...
Sorry, the only thing what?
Reverse.
I have a button toggled for that.
Perfect. 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 Okay, it's picking up that dotted line. Perfect.
Dotted lines in. We're on the glide slope on the approach course.
Perfect. Perfect. Now, once the glide slope is captured, let's roll in 4,000 feet. We have. Are we in 4,000 feet? Yeah. Okay, that's set. It's
Yep.
already set, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Airspeed. Oh, I'm not in approach mode anymore. For some reason, approach is not illuminated. It seems to be flying the approach, but
Okay. A and B is lit. Let's see what happens.
ladies and gentlemen,
Landing-
this is your captain speaking. This is my first landing ever in a Zibo, so you have a
Okay.
50-50 chance of surviving.
Okay. Okay. Landing checklist. Landing lights on.
Landing lights on. Check.
Ignition to auto.
Ignition to both, you mean? Oh, ignition auto?
Auto. Yep. Flaps 40.
Yep. Flaps 40, check.
Brakes are set to 1.
Brakes are set to 1.
And missed approach altitude is 6,000.
Is which 1,000?
6,000 is the missed approach.
So should I roll this to 6,000?
Yeah.
What I would do in a standard airplane. So our speed brakes were still extended, so I retracted those.
Okay.
Okay, we're on the glide slope, we're on the approach course, 126 knots, everything's looking good so far.
Beautiful.
Oh, Lefty 1-2, thanks for joining. I just saw your chat. Go to settings, top right, and recalibrate. I'm not sure what. Oh, okay, got it. Recalibrate the throttle axes. It was from when our throttle was going up and down. Actually, just toggled auto throttle off and back on, and that seemed to fix it as well. So.
I'm sure there's a lot of Zibo guys that could, add a lot to, what we're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
It seems
Okay.
to be behaving.
So we're looking good. Airspeed looks good, 126 knots. Holding that, we're on the glide path. We're on the approach course. We're 1,000, a little about 2,000 feet above the airport. Good.
It only took us 3.5 hours.
Yeah, no kidding.
But this will be an accomplishment. I think this may work out for, you know, the first timer. We're doing an auto land. Wow.
Just looking at my configured views here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to mess with my next camera. I do have good views, but I need to change a couple of things.
It's a little loud as it goes by here.
I think the next flight that we do,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna bring him on board.
Nico,
Yeah.
here's the runway. Okay, we're on the glide path. We're 1,000 feet above the runway. Everything's stable. On our glide. On the glide path, airspeed looks good. Approach course looks good.
Look
So,
at Brad go.
You're saying I shouldn't
Beautiful.
even use my hands. I should keep them in my pockets.
Keep it on your lap.
We'll see what happens.
Let's see what happens. I mean, the object of this is
All right, we are. on
Okay,
the
you don't
glide-
have that runway awareness plug.
No.
Yeah. See, that's good to have for this airplane. Looks good, huh?
Looking good. We're 500 feet or 200 above minimums.
I wish
Everything
we
looks
had the
good.
weather cranked down.
Approaching
You know,
minimums.
would have been nice to pop out at 200 feet.
Minimums.
Minimums
300.
landing.
John Fly, eat your heart out.
John Fly could do this in his sleep.
200.
Okay, 200. See if it starts to.
100.
Flare?
I don't think it's going to flare.
30.
Oh,
That's
maybe
it.
there it goes. There it goes.
Again, I'm behind, so
It flared.
beautiful.
Reversers are activated.
Beautiful. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Look at this landing. Oh my God. You need to apply for a job at Southwest.
I know. I could do this.
Just tell them, listen, I can do it. I didn't that Porto.
That's right.
Look at this, Brad. I can't believe it. Congratulations. First flight.
Woohoo! Feel good. It feels
Oh
good.
my God.
Brad, you trying to be a stud?
I'm trying to be, trying to get with the big boys here and land, something.
Doing an auto land is one of the most streamers try to do it. And I've seen them, take control of the airplane before, they get to decision height.
Well,
And here's Brad,
I was a little.
first time out.
Well, I had my hands in my pockets, man. Right.
Yep.
I was a
playing
little
with yourself?
concerned it wasn't. Yeah. No, I'm not
Whoa.
playing with. On a live stream, probably not. And you are on the live stream, Brian, by the way. So. No, I was a
And
little
we
bit
got-
hesitant. I will say I was a little bit hesitant. It didn't look like it was going to flare, but I was just going to let it hit the runway if that's the case.
And we got Naf with us too, huh? George is with us?
Good morning. Good
Hey,
morning.
buddy. Hi.
A couple of people on the live stream. All right, well, we don't have a gate here, so is there a gate
Yeah.
somewhere?
Yeah, no, there's gates, but you can find a stand. You could park at a stand.
I don't know where there might be one, though, is the problem. I don't have a map. Oh, well, we left here, didn't we? Yeah, we just go
Yeah,
back
we
to
left
where
here.
across the way over there and park at a stand. Get our flaps back up.
So I'll speak to Nico tomorrow morning, and I'm sure he'll be more than happy to join us on a stream.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we could, you know, do this flight again, or we could do it. You know, he's got hundreds of flights. You know, short flight.
Yeah.
Because he's like us, he doesn't like the 4 hours. So most of his flights are under. Get picked. We could do a whole thing with SimBrief. We could transport the flight plan from SimBrief, or you know, make it a company route.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just, you know, hit the button and bang, it'll populate in the FMC.
Yeah, that could be pretty cool.
Yeah. And then the next phase of our operations, we got to get Dave laid. Is Dave still with us? No, he's got everything muted and turned off.
Yeah.
He's antisocial right now.
Probably put him to sleep.
I am not antisocial. I'm being a good viewer.
There he is. There he
Morning,
is.
Dave.
All along. Good morning, everybody.
Morning,
Nice
guys.
job, Bradley.
Thank you.
I am taking away your Diamond DA62 and your Cessna 172.
Tell you, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him an application for Southwest, and
Just need to get. I need to get my invitation up to Nico, the other Nico that's got the full motion sim up in New York.
yeah. Mm.
Just to hop, skip, and jump away from there.
So let's look at the engine shutdown checklist. If anybody's interested, you can send it to anybody if somebody wants it.
Is it me or is Joe cutting out?
Am I cutting out?
Joe's cutting
Well, you
out.
are to me. I don't know if you're cutting out to anybody else.
No, he's not cutting out to me. Maybe a couple times, but not anything like that's noticeable.
Okay, so
Maybe I have a Joe filter installed.
landing checklist after landing. Speed brakes
Yeah.
are down. Auto
Yep.
brake is off.
Is off. Flaps retracted.
Laps are
Weather and terrain.
retracted.
Weather and terrain radar off. Landing lights off. Runway turn lights, I guess they come off. Taxi lights come off. Gotta fire up the APU.
Do we have to do parking brake at some point in here?
I would.
Probably makes some sense.
It's not on the checklist though.
Yeah, I know, that's a little strange.
Yeah. I guess it's
Okay. APU.
Parking brake set?
Start. Parking brake is set.
okay.
APU
Stop.
auto. Oh, I should have been on. Okay, APU on.
Okay. Engine start switches are to auto, positional, steady. Probe heat switches are coming off. Anti-ice switches are
Probe heats are off. Position
Transpond.
lights steady.
transponder says keep on. Stabilizer trim set to 5 degrees. I don't know. Parking taxi runway turn off lights off. Yeah, parking brake set. Here it is. It's like halfway down the checklist. Chocks is set. APU generators to both are on. Start lever switches, idle cutoff.
Hang on. Getting way ahead of
Too
me.
fast. Sorry.
Okay, flaps are set. Why I'm getting that. Some kind of warning.
Disengage your auto
There we
throttle
go.
or something. There it is.
Okay, so let's see here. Our stabilizer trim was set to 5 degrees. Runway turn-off lights are off.
Parking brake set.
They are. Parking brake is set. Chocks. ground services
start levers.
set chocks. Okay. APU generators both should be on. They are.
Start levers.
Start levers cut off. That's the fuel levers.
Mm-hmm.
Levers. I don't think we started the APU though, so now we don't have any power.
Okay, so start it again. Just hold down for 2 seconds. It's okay.
Okay, it's starting.
There you go.
Missed the APU start section. Okay. Got APU power.
Okay, bleed on.
Bleed on auto. Okay.
Isolation valve open.
Open.
Seatbelts off.
Seatbelts off.
Logo lights off.
Logo lights off.
Anti-collision off.
Anti-collision off.
Wheel well lights as required.
Okay.
Transponder standby.
Transponder standby.
Okay. So at this point, we're going to go to ground power. If you want.
Okay, GPU connect. Okay. Terminate the flight leg.
Mm-hmm.
Open the doors.
Yeah, there was that guy in the back passing. Yeah, get those doors open.
Doors are open.
Okay. Yaw dampener.
Yaw dampener off.
Cabin utility switch.
Cabin utility switch off.
IFE, passenger seat switch.
Off.
Hydraulic pumps, electrical switches off.
Off.
Recirculating fan switches
Off.
air conditioning pack switches off.
Off.
APU switch off.
Oh, I guess we're really getting out here. Huh? Oh, it's still running. Okay. Off.
APU off.
APU is off.
Fuel pumps all off.
Fuel pumps off.
IRS mode switches.
IRS mode switches. Off.
Window heat off.
Window heats off.
Position lights off.
Position lights off.
Emergency lights.
See lights off.
Standby power switch off.
Standby power switch off.
And battery switch off.
Battery switch off.
And
that's it. There's no more pages.
There's no more pages.
Woohoo!
So just to recap, the auto land configuration. Both command and command B must be on. The MMR receivers have an ILS frequency. They both have to be dialed in on both sides, on the captain's side and the first officer's side.
Mm-hmm.
The course headings have to be set on both. Radio minimums are important than barrel minimums. VREFs We always, and again, this is a Zibo thing. We always have to add 10 knots for best
Right.
results.
Got it. Okay.
Flaps 40 on an auto land. Flaps 40 must be applied.
Okay.
And the plane has to be fully configured and stable before the glide slope starts. If it's not going to work. So maybe next time around, I want to do a sim brief, and I want to take the sim brief, and I want to take it and put it into the FMC.
Okay.
You know, we'll save it in the we'll save it, and then we'll apply it in the company route. So when we hit that company route, it'll pull it up the flight plan, and it'll just integrate it. It's really cool. And it's really good when you have like a lot of waypoints and stuff.
Yeah.
And we could use what's the other thing that we used this morning? Navigraph. We could take the Navigraph flight plan, import it into SimBrief, and then import the flight plan from SimBrief into the FMC.
Got it. Yeah. I have one question. Why is the APU still running?
I don't know.
It's in the off position. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, how do you know it's still running?
Well, because it's still got an EGT. If I turn the bleeds on, I get pressure.
Huh.
And if I look outside, I can see that it's still running.
Turn it on and off.
On. Off.
And if you turn on the bus ties, do you get any power? If you turn the bus ties on?
Well, no,
The
because
APU.
we have all the power off.
Right, but if you turn them on, do we get any power? Basically, you shouldn't if you have nothing coming, no volts coming into the airplane.
Yeah, maybe it's just maybe it's a bit of a bug or something because it doesn't appear that there's any power coming in.
Okay. And the other important thing that we do that integrating the nav data into the Zibo, which is really important.
Yeah.
For ILSs and.
Okay. Well, good, Joe. I appreciate it. Thanks for walking me through the whole process here, and yeah, we'll definitely do it again, and I'll get better at it. We can add some more things to it, and get to a point someday where I don't have to use AutoLand even.
Yeah. Congratulations. Great job.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, now it shut off. I don't know what was the deal. All right. Well, I think I'm going to sign off on the stream. Go get something to eat. And yeah, so for those of you guys that have been in the stream, appreciate you hanging in there and checking out the stream, walking through this process with me. Hope to see you again sometime. For those of you in the Discord, thanks for following along as well. So until next time, see you guys later.